My problem with horror film remakes. With the release of the original Halloween in 1978 and the birth of Michael Myers, horror films began to take a turn in their direction, as the killers now started to get more attention than the characters they would stalk. One of the keys to these characters is that they're not portrayed as being human, and thanks to multiple sequels that only add to the mythology, they took the step up from being characters and eventually icons of that genre. As I've always seen it, the key to making them monsters is that we, as an audience, know very little about them. Their MO is simple, and more importantly, they can't be stopped or reasoned with. My problem with horror film remakes is that the writers, directors and studios of today feel the need to lift the lid on the horror icons and peel back the layers to explain why they do what they do. So now Michael Myers, instead of being a silent, stalking shape, is now a bearded version of Jason with mother issues. Oh yeah, and he talks as well. Leatherface is no longer a mentally challenged freak, but now a bully little boy with a skin problem. And Jason is no longer a walking zombie, but a man who keeps women alive if they look like his mother. This is not scary. Discovering what makes these characters tick not only takes away a lot of the mystery, but more importantly, takes away the fear factor, which is what made them so effective to begin with. When you try to explain the motivation behind a character, you run the risk of generating sympathy for it, which in a horror film is the equivalent of cutting the balls off the character, especially when the purpose of the character is to be scary.
Miss me?
Studios seem to feel the need to make the killers the main character of the piece, but also make that killer a fully rounded character, which only hurts them, as it makes it harder for the audience to step back and view them as a monster. Put simply, for me, with horror killers, less is more. The less we see them, the less we know them, the scarier they are. And that's my problem with horror film remakes.